Well, hello everybody. I'm here. I think I got things adjusted the way I want them. Just playing around a little bit. I think I'm ready to drill and chit chat. I hope everybody's having a great night. Um, Having a good weekend so far. Mine's been pretty cool. I've done some cool things. Yeah. So, what are you all up to? Let's see, who do we have? Hi, Deborah and Molly and Trudy. Oh, Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. Lena's crafting room is here. Kathy and Valerie. Hi, you guys. I'm glad you are all here. I hope you're ready to chit chat and, yeah, share some of your fun excitement from the weekend. I mean, it was just Valentine's Day, right? That was just yesterday. I'm sure you all have fabulous stories to tell about Valentine's Day. Mine's pretty exciting. Ooh, boy, wait till I tell you about mine. But I'm sure you guys have some stories to tell too. I'd love to hear what you guys did, what you were up to. I know some people don't celebrate Valentine's Day, and well, we didn't really celebrate Valentine's Day. I mean, we don't go out, we don't do much. So, hi, Suzanne and Emily and Elizabeth. Diamond painting with Beth. Hi. Busy day. There you go. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to DP along. Olive Garden. Yum. Bring me some breadsticks. Yes, that's the best part about Olive Garden. The breadsticks. Yeah. Yeah, we did not go out to eat. No, we didn't. We don't really do much. We did do something a little unconventional for Valentine's Day. I'll talk to you about that a little bit. But yeah, so it's cold here. In case you're wondering, it's cold here, right, Jennifer? Michigan is cold today. It is cold. The other day on my way to work, it was 5. I got in my car, started driving, and it was 5. And as I drove, it was 4. Then it was 3. Then it was 2, 1. And by the time I got to work and actually pulled up in front of school, it was actually 0 in my car. A whopping 0 degrees. Today is windy. Now that makes it even colder feeling because of the wind. Oh my goodness. It's blowing and it's drifting. And I was on some of our, what we call our country highways. You know, they're just like 2-lane roads with cornfields on both sides. And it just goes right across the road. And hi, Lorraine. And it just kind of, yeah, it's not fun. Fettuccine Alfredo. I just made, it wasn't anything fancy. Hi, Mickey Sunshine. Nothing fancy. It's a box mix. Okay, it's a box thing. And it's was bacon ranch with chicken. You cut your own chicken up, and you put it in there. I just made that for dinner real quick. Because I've been busy today and I've been running around and doing things, and I got home, had to have something to eat before going live. So I whipped that up real quick. Just a, one skillet, throw it in the pan, cook it up kind of deal. It wasn't too bad. I mean, for a box mix thing, it wasn't too bad. So it was pretty good. Threw some cottage cheese with it, called it a meal. I broke a bowl in the dishwasher though. We have this, okay, guys, we have this trash pile out back that the former guy lived here left us. A lot of weird stuff in there, a lot of building materials because he was a builder. But my husband finds like forks and knives and silverware, and he's just kind of saving them, just kind of as a joke. I mean, we don't use them, but we do like throw them in the dishwasher if we can, clean them up, and he's just saving them for his trash pile souvenirs that he's found, right? So he found a bowl. Like, it's probably like Corelware, that porcelain kind of never break kind of bowl thing or whatnot. He threw it in the dishwasher. I went to open the dishwasher to get some plates out for dinner, and I couldn't get the dishwasher open. And I was kind of tugging a little, and it wouldn't open. So I'm like, okay, what's in there? It's like a knife or a fork or something. You know, it came out of the silverware thing or something. I had to like lift the tray out, you know, the bottom tray, the rack. And then I saw, oh, that porcelain bowl is in there in the back, and it is broke. So the center of the bowl had broke and fallen down through the grids and wouldn't let my rack come out. So one of his treasures got broken. Yeah. Boo hoo. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, yeah, we have just weird random stuff comes out of that pile of trash back there. Our goal is to get that pile of trash. We're just bagging it up like weekly. We get like 3 or 4 bags, and we just bag it up and put it in our trash because we're trying to clear out that area back there. That's where I'm going to plant my flowers in the spring. So we're trying to get that cleared out so I can have a fairly nice little spot there. I mean, I'm talking maybe like, you know, just a plot. I don't know. We'll see what we can get out of it. See how much we can actually clear out so I have some decent space back there. I'm not trying to go all big and, you know, acres full of flowers. I mean, not the first time I try it, right? So a nice sized little plot, throw several different kinds of flowers in there, and starting to research the seeds and what do I want to grow and what goes well in a mixed bouquet. I need fillers. That's what I'm having a hard time with. I know some flowers I like that I really want to grow. I've been experimenting with that for a couple of years, but I need some fillers. Interesting fillers. Yes, Farmer Mindy, that's going to be me. Bring on the flowers. Yeah, we got to fence that area in, and because we have a lot of, you know, wildlife here, as I'm sure you know. We got lots of wildlife. Don't want the deer eating my flowers or the bunnies getting in there and eating the flowers. So we're going to have to do some fencing. Our vegetable garden is all fenced with pallets, and that works pretty well. We have pallets, but then we have like some chicken wire around it. So just whatever we can come up with to keep all those critters out. And I might start looking at seed catalogs and seed companies and start ordering some things so that I can, some things you'll start ahead of time, you know, like get some little grow pots and get those going inside. And other things you don't need to do that. You can just sow them directly in the ground and just throw them in the dirt and watch them grow. So yeah, it'll be fun. See what I come up with. So anyhow, that got way off Valentine's, didn't it? We're nowhere near Valentine's right now. Maybe it would work if we planted drills. I don't know. I will certainly grow sunflowers, Suzanne. Absolutely. And not just the big, tall, huge ones. There's some really beautiful sunflowers that get to be about, 6 inches around maybe, and beautiful for cut arrangements. Molly, I have been experimenting with tulips, and not just any old tulips, I don't just want the plain red, yellow tulips. Oh no, I got fancy tulips. Fancy tulips, yeah. So I've got some that are called the parrot tulips. Hi, Shalene. Did I say hi, Valerie? GMR. Crystal's Crafty Creations. Hello. Pink ones. There you go. Pink ones. So I got some fancy kinds. Peonies. I love peonies. I have peonies growing all along the side of what we call the shop. It's another garage, but my husband calls it his shop. So we have peonies all up and down there. Hi, Jean. The pets are here too. They're out taking a nap. They just went potty. Everybody went potty. We're ready to chill out for a while. Yeah. So yeah, that will be fun. Fun adventure. Growing flowers. Yes. Hi, Cindy. And Joe. You grow your flowers in pots and whatever will attract hummingbirds. Oh, yes. Love the hummingbirds. Yeah. Yeah, Suzanne, I planted a whole bunch of tulips. Um, yes. So I I did really good last year when I planted them, and I had them all marked really well, what variety they were and stuff like that. And then my little tags that I had kind of got, you know, askew and dug up, and I don't know. They're not marked as well as I wanted them to be. I planted some out in front of the vegetable garden last year. So I had a couple nice rows in front of the vegetable garden, and I put like a little small fence in front of them. Used a couple of old ladders and stuff, and it worked really well because something was getting in there and eating those even. So I had to like fence them off, and then I went inside the garden, inside the fence, and I planted a whole nother row of tulips. So different kinds, different varieties. We'll see what we get. I had some beautiful tulips last year, just gorgeous. Um, yeah, yours went potty too. Yeah, 10 minutes exactly, right. And my husband's not here, so if my dogs decide they got to go to the bathroom again, we's in trouble, cause there ain't nobody here to let them out, just me, which is weird. He's usually here, but tonight he's like, "You doing that again?" That's what he said. "You doing that again?" I'm like, "Yeah, honey, it's my thing. It's my other job, my YouTube job." And he goes, "I'm going to the gym then. I'm going to work out." And I said, "Oh, okay. All right, have fun." We normally go on Sunday mornings together, so I don't know if he's going to want to go tomorrow morning or not, but he's like, "Well, you got a couple hours to yourself. I got a couple hours to myself. I'll see you later." And I said, "Okay, bye. Have fun." Um, irises are pretty too. The other thing that I planted is dahlias. Ah, the dahlias that I got last year were gorgeous. Um, this year, I really want to see if I can get some really awesome pictures of some of the dahlias because I would love to do like a custom diamond painting of one of my own photos of a dahlia because they were so stunningly beautiful. Yeah. So I'm going to see how that works this summer. Now, the dahlias, I had to dig up. So, okay, here's the deal with the dahlias. In Michigan, you have to dig those things out in the winter because it's too cold to leave them in the ground. I dug them up, got the tubers out of the ground because those grow on a tuber. Got the tubers out, got them cleaned up. I've got them stored in the basement in a cool, dry area, right? Ready to replant this spring. Please wish me luck that they grow. I know that's what you're supposed to do. I've just never done it before. So I'm crossing my fingers that they actually grow come springtime when I plant them because they were gorgeous. I don't want to start over, with fresh plants. I want to, because they make more tubers as they grow. They make more tubers, and that's how you can increase, your how many flowers you're going to get. Separate them. They're just like tulip bulbs. Tulips will do that too. Make more bulbs. You can separate them, and then you get more, right? So you don't have to buy them. You can just kind of create your own. We are procreating the flowers. That's what we're doing. Garlic. Pie tins filled with beer for the slugs. Well, there you go. They just die a happy death. Huh. Well, what did Jen do? I missed that. What did somebody else do? I know marigolds. My daughter planted marigolds. Hi, Yvonne. Good freezing evening. Yes. Good frozen evening to you all. Yep. Live. Oh, you know what? A catalog I just got, Molly, had beneficial bugs in it. You could buy beneficial bugs. There were several things in there. Ladybugs was one. There was something else. There was a couple of different kinds of bugs you could buy. Yeah. Oh, salt on the slugs. Ooh. Ew. Hi, Sharon. That would be kind of, yeah. Oof. So, and I didn't really have a whole lot of trouble with bugs last year. I had more problems with, say, rabbits and deer. So that's what was getting into my stuff last year was rabbits and deer. And then I added, like I said, some additional fencing and stuff like that. I planted a lot of flowers inside the vegetable garden. So they were already pretty protected because we already have that fenced in. But the stuff I put out in front, I had to add some additional fencing there to protect it. So I just know it's going to require fencing. I don't know how, like, farmers grow things. Deer get all over the place and eat everything. I just think it must be quantity. I don't know. If you have a ton of crops, then you won't mind missing a few, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. 1,000 ladybugs? Wow, that's a lot of ladybugs. Wow. Well, when you get a possum, then you got other issues. Possums eat a lot of bugs, but I have chickens too. So possums and chickens don't mix well. Possums like to get into the coop if they can. They'll get eggs. And possums can carry diseases. I know that they have beneficial qualities, but they can also carry some diseases that we don't really, really want. So that's kind of like a catch-22 there. Yeah, they're good, but yeah, they're not, you know? Looking for these hashtags. I thought there was a couple more. Here they are. You know, you always find a few after you're done with a color, right? And I was thinking about this today, and I'm going to make a video about this because I think I was watching, who was I watching? Kay Diamond Paints. That's who I was watching. I like her. She's so funny. I like to listen to her. She just, I don't know, she cracks me up. She's one of those people that I literally laugh like every time I watch one of her videos. But anyhow, she was talking about opening up sections and leaving them uncovered. Like if you take the cover off and leave it uncovered, well, it loses its stickiness. And she's one of those people, she diamond paints in a small section, you know, and likes to keep everything covered up. She was worried that her glue would dry out. Well, you guys can see what I got here, right? This is my tabletop easel, okay? And I measured today. If I go, and my light pad's on here, and if I measure side to side, I've got about 13 inches. So that's about 13 inches wide. This was about 9 when I measured top to bottom like this. So I got a 9 by 13 section I can diamond paint here. And this is what I like to do. I just open the whole thing up. And I leave it open. This glue is not getting unsticky. It's still good and sticky. Now, I pull the plastic sheet down when I'm done at night. The plastic sheet's still up there. But this is how I like to diamond paint. Because, I mean, I do a lot of confetti. And when I start those Chuck Pinsons, Lord help me, you know we're going to be doing confetti everywhere. So here's what I like to do. I just grab a color. I think I've done like 4 colors here maybe. So there's all these blues that are going up this way, and then you just get blue, blue, blue. You get some lines, you get lines here, you get a few here. I put some sparklers in here, and then I'm starting to do some greens. And you don't finish off anything very fast that way, but when you're done, you've got a huge section that's done. And with confetti, I don't think I could handle, say, a little 4x4 section here, right? That would be like a ton of color changes right here just to finish one small section, and I don't think I could handle that. But this is how I do my paintings. I just open it right up and I just go to town with one color. And I look for the colors that stand out the most. Like there's dark colors on here. Like these V's really stand out. I've already done the darkest ones, but I've pulled these little, I call them people. They look like head and shoulders. I don't know what anybody else calls them, but they look like a head and shoulders to me, or an upside down T, or I call them a person. There's a whole bunch of those, and that's what I'll do next because they stand out. That color stands out. The black will stand out. So I do those dark colors first. And then I'll save, like all of this area in here is light. It's grays and white and really light blues. So I'll save all this to the end. And there's more in here and in here. And I'll save that to the end. And I fill in with the light colors. So I do like all the dark stuff and the bright symbols first. And then go back and fill in all the light stuff. Then when you start filling in all the light things, then the whole picture just instantly just starts to show up and come to life. That's how I do it. Anyhow, that's how I do it. Stab and grab. Yep. And I don't mind going back. I really don't. Hi, Jill. I don't mind going back and getting those few that I missed. That doesn't bother me. So, yeah. I'm going to do a video, though. Making brownies. Yum. Who's making brownies? Yes, DAC glue stays good and sticky. There you go. You're right. And sometimes it does get a little gooey. So, yeah, drying it out a little bit's not bad. Yeah. Oh, CDs in the trees. Yeah. You know what? We have hawks. I don't know if that works with hawks. I don't know. Told my husband, I said, I think I need a BB gun for the summer and just start, not shooting the hawk, just shooting at the hawks, just scaring the hawks, scare them away because they'll get my chickens and I don't like that. I'm going to have to be vigilant this summer. Yep, see, Molly, you like the 4x4 sections. There you go. Mickey likes the confetti. Yeah. Sharon says confetti drives are crazy. Oh. See, everybody does it different. Everybody has their own method. Yep. And I just like doing a great big thing and I just hunt and peck for everything all the way around it. And then I don't know. That's how, okay. I always forget who said it, but they're going to start a drinking game when I say I don't know. They say I say I don't know a lot. And I guess I do. I never realized it, but I do. I don't know. I don't know. So if you're drinking, guys, pay attention to my I don't knows. I didn't realize it until someone pointed it out. And then I was like, oh, yep, I think I do. I do say that a lot. Goodness gracious. Get a shotgun. Yeah. Except, Molly, I don't have a clue how to shoot a gun. Not a clue. Never shot a gun in my life. I don't have a clue. Nope. Hi, Valerie. Valerie, I got some pictures from Valerie. Yeah. I don't know how to shoot a gun. I might be able to handle the BB gun. Shells filled with fluff. Huh. There's my sister. Hey, kiss my crafts. Yeah, I don't know. Hi, Devin. Don't know how to shoot a gun. But I might try BB gun. I can shoot some BBs around and I wouldn't do too much damage to anything or hurt anybody. Although, my son, oh my gosh, you guys, my son, when he was, I don't even know how old, he was a preteen, teen, in that era there. He had a little BB gun. And apparently, him and his friend would shoot things in our house or try to shoot things in our house. Like, he decided it would be cool to try to shoot quarters in our house. Well, I never knew that he was doing that until one day I was out in the kitchen and I was like, what is the deal with my refrigerator? What is going on with the refrigerator? The refrigerator had some little holes in it. And I was like, what in the Sam Hill is going on with the refrigerator? It took a while. It took a while to get to the bottom of that story and learn that it was my son and his friend that were shooting quarters on the counter. And, well, they're preteen, young teen, mid-teen, I don't know. They weren't very good shots. Yeah, he'd been shooting the refrigerator while he was trying to shoot these quarters. Ooh, I was not a happy camper. There must have been like 3 or 4 dings in the refrigerator. So, yeah, that didn't go over well. No, not happy at all. Shoot your eye out. That's not even, that's a possibility. That's not even far from the truth. Give me a gun and look out. Just everybody get out of the way. Chickens better run. Oh boy. Mama got a gun. Look out. Maybe I should just get like a paint gun. No, then we'd have paint everywhere. I don't want to do that. Airsoft gun. Oh, that's the other thing my son had. Oh, good Lord. And you know what? I thought those airsoft guns were safe, but he had, I don't know what he had in that thing. They weren't very soft little bullets or whatever because, him and his friends. Oh, Lord, you guys. I mean, they were good kids. They didn't get in a lot of trouble, but man, they did some stupid crap. Like when we when he moved out of his room and we were turning it into our office in the other house, right? He moved out, he took his stuff, we started cleaning, and we looked at that room, and the whole room, all the walls around the room, hi Karen, were just pockmarked. There were hundreds and hundreds of little dents in the walls. Hundreds. And I was just like, what have you been doing in here that I don't know about in my own house? It was, oh my gosh, it was horrible. We had to go through with spackle and just pretty much paint the room with spackle before we could paint it with paint. It was ridiculous. And, I mean, I knew that they would shoot each other in his room and stuff. I never even thought about it. They would be in there. They thought it was hilarious to just take these little airsoft guns and shoot each other and stuff. And, that hurt. I know it hurt. You'd hear them in there, and I'm like, stop it. And they just kept doing it. I didn't know they were trashing the walls. I mean, there were no real holes in the walls, just pock marks, as I call them. Oh, kids. Karen? No, Karen. The three boys. No. Discovered that they were gone the other night. Looked all over for them. I did see, they were specifically canine tracks, like dog prints. Now, we don't have a big dog. My dogs don't ever go out there where the chickens are. But it's past the chickens, actually. My dogs will go to the chickens, but not past the chicken coop, unless they're with us. But they were a canine footprint. Dog, fox, coyote, something. Hi, Wilma. Wilma, what are you doing up so late? I knew that before I even saw the time. Hi, Rebecca. I knew you were up late. Yeah, see, Deborah, it'll stay sticky. I don't worry about the sticky. So I did see, prints. Either fox, because fox would leave that kind of a dog-looking print, or coyote. There was just one track, though, which is weird, because 3 ducks disappeared that night. 3. Yes, Maritza, one of them was Clyde. And you know what? I guess that's what Clyde gets for not keeping good track of Bonnie. Right? So they're actually 3 of our, and I mean, okay, if I'm going to lose some ducks, I guess I'll look at it this way. They were the older ducks. They were the senior boys, and, and not that I enjoy losing any animals, but at least I'd rather have the older ones, and maybe that's why they got them. They were older. They were slower. I don't know. But there I go. See, I don't know. Did somebody drink? So the 3 boys that look like mallards, but they're called Rowans. That's what I have discovered is missing. The newer crop that we got when we went and got that 12 or whatever, they all still appear to be there. So, yeah. What? Devin, that room does not still have holes, dents. We patched all those holes. Devin lives there now. It can't have. We patched all those. I know, Mickey. The wild animals need food. I know, I get it. But dang, there's lots of things to eat. Lots of things to eat. Coyotes are bad here too, Diamond Painting Camper. Good evening, by the way. Welcome. I know, we have really bad coyote problems. Now, my daughter, who lives at the other house, that apparently still has dents in the wall, oh, you can't have. We patched them and painted, like 2 coats of paint. Anyhow, yeah, they will hear coyotes out there. There's a lot of fields there and farming and stuff over by that house. Well, there is here too, but yeah, I don't hear coyotes here. I really don't ever hear them here. You can sit over at the other house though, and you can hear the coyotes. So, I mean, I know they're around. So, they are. It had to be a coyote or a fox. I have seen a fox. I have not seen a coyote here, but I have seen a fox. I just don't know how something got 3 birds in one night. That just seems a bit ridiculous, right? 3 in one night? Are you kidding me? Although maybe it wasn't all in one night, because maybe my husband didn't notice. Maybe, because he's the one that normally puts them in. And say one disappeared one night, and he wouldn't have noticed one missing, because there was 15. That's a big flock of ducks. I noticed because by the time I got out there to put them in that night, you could definitely tell it was a smaller group. Yeah, I don't want to deal with alligators or panthers. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, Devin. You can actually see the holes there still. Seriously, you can see those holes. We filled all those holes with spackle. Now I'm annoyed. I'm just annoyed. I'm going to call my son up. Let me know when it needs to be repainted. We put a nice coat of paint in there, nice brown paint. Made it all warm and cozy to be in office. I didn't think you could see the holes anymore. I bet you can't see as many as there were, though, Devin. You might be able to see a few still, but I bet you can't see hundreds. Anyhow. I was going to talk about Valentine's. And I just skipped right over it and got on to farm stuff. The farm stuff. All right, where's my little people? I knew I saw more people. Here they are. A whole bunch of people there and a whole bunch of people over there. All right. So, Valentine's. Crafting with Dixie's here. All the time. All right. I was in Naples. Oh, yeah, they have signs out to look for panthers? Really? Okay, so kiss my crafts. Seriously. When you know there's an animal that's known to live somewhere and you want to see them, you won't. Right? That is just a given. If they're known to live someplace and you want to see them, you won't see them. Right? Oh, bye, Wilma. I'm glad you stopped in to say hi. Good night. Did you get some work done tonight? So like in northern Michigan, there are 2 critters that live in northern Michigan in the UP. One of them is moose. Okay, so there are moose, and there are moose like all over the place, apparently. And the other is bear. So moose and bear. Now we have spent a considerable amount of time up in the UP. And we go to the moose capital, which is, it's right around the Tequamanon Falls, Paradise. Yes, the only state where you can visit Paradise, Climax, and Hell all on the same day. Think about that for a second. Anyhow, yeah, we go up to the UP. And we go to moose country. Do you think we've ever seen a moose? Oh, no. Are you kidding? We actually went to the post office one time in Newberry, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we just saw a moose down there the other day by the blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Really?" So we go driving around, hanging out a little bit, thinking maybe we could see a moose. Are you kidding? We never seen a moose. Never ever have I seen a moose. I mean, other than you know, not even in a zoo. Well, in a zoo, I think we had moose at the zoo or something once, but yeah. So no, never seen them. Have I ever run into a bear? No. Do we hike around a lot out in the wilderness? Oh, you betcha. um, we're in bear country, bear territory. Have I ever seen a bear? No. Not that I want to see a bear. I'd rather see a moose than a bear, but yeah, they're there and people see them all the time, but we don't. The visiting people, we don't see them. I don't know why, but we don't. Um, you're taking pictures of the holes? Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Yeah, there is bear, but now there is a place that you can go in the UP. So years and years ago, I remember my aunt, she's like my great aunt, was my dad's aunt. They had a place up in the UP, way out in the middle of nowhere, UP. All right. We actually went and found it a couple years ago with my mom and dad, and it was like, oh my goodness. That's a whole story right there. Let me tell you what. But anyhow, they lived in this little tiny cottage little thing up there. And my aunt would go out to pick blueberries because there was blueberries everywhere. She said, I had to get up early every morning to go get the blueberries before the bear did. She said, I'd be out there and I'd be picking blueberries, frantically picking blueberries. And I'd turn around and I'd be like, oh man, there's a bear right there, eating them just as fast as I could pick them. And I was like, there were bear everywhere at the time. Newberry had a trash dump. And just for entertainment, people would go to the trash dump and just watch the bear because the bear would come up to the trash dump, of course, and rummage through and, find their evening meal at the dump. Well, they don't have a dump anymore because, those things kind of got outlawed, dumps. But near where the dump was, there's a place called Oswald's Bear Ranch. Now, they have a restaurant, so you can go sit at the restaurant and you can see the bear. Now, they do feed the bear. Okay, that's not working because I keep hitting that piece of plastic. I want to do those last little people symbols right there, but I keep hitting the plastic. There. Now I get it. All right, go have dinner, Jennifer. And I'm not letting the bears. Keep the bear at bay. Keep the bear away. Oh, you saw one at Lake Tahoe, a big bear? I remember seeing bear when I was a kid. That was in Yellowstone, but I don't see them in Michigan where I know that they live. What? Wait a minute, wait. A bobcat went across the property, grabbed your pup. Oh, you grabbed your pup. Oh man, for a minute I thought the bobcat grabbed your pup. No, you did, and it kept going. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh man. Bear rocks, lots of bears. Yeah. Holy cow. Yeah, so they like feed them there, and you can go sit there and have dinner and watch the bear outside of these big windows that they have. We keep saying we're going to do that sometime when we're up there, but we haven't done it yet. But that would be pretty cool, though, to just go have dinner and watch the bear and stuff. But yeah, I never see wild animals when, they're, oh, geez. When they're there and they tell you, watch out for the moose or whatever, or watch out for bears, be careful. I never see them. Maybe someday. Although there was this one time when we were over on the very, very west part of the UP, because we have mountains there called the Porcupine Mountains. And they're mountains. They're not, anything huge, but they're pretty good size. You wouldn't want to fall off some of those cliffs, right? So we were over there. We were hiking. We are hiking down to a lake. It's called Lake of the Clouds. It's really pretty. If you ever get to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, go over to the Porcupine Mountains. That's where we go waterfall hunting in the UP and all that stuff. So we were hiking down to Lake of the Clouds. And we already hiked to the bottom because you have to go down to the bottom. And we were on our way back up, hiking back up the trail to come back up. And I looked beside me on the trail, and just a few feet away, I'm like, oh my gosh, honey, there's a porcupine. Okay, we're in the Porcupine Mountains, right? I'm like, there's a porcupine. I'm like, get my phone. My phone, it's dead. I'm like, honey, where's your phone? Get your phone. I want to get a picture of the porcupine in the Porcupine Mountains. He pulls his phone out. It's dead. I'm like, are you serious? Here we both are with phones, with cameras, and they're both dead. Neither one of us could get a picture of the porcupine we saw in the Porcupine Mountains. Now, that's a bummer, right? No pictures of the porcupine. I could be telling you a complete story. I don't have any proof, but it's true. It's true. Very, very true. I wanted a picture of the porcupine. Anyhow, didn't get one. Nope. All right. Hi, Nareda. Yeah, I'm sure there's all kinds of critters at Lake Tahoe. Looking in the window. Yeah, yeah. You done with that food? Can I have some? I bet. Valerie, you are just fine. I have typos when I talk, so. Go figure that one out, huh? How do you make typos when you talk? It happens, folks. It happens. I stumble all the time. What's I supposed to be saying? I don't know. I forget. Yep. Okay, back to Valentine's. See, I started this whole thing out like 45 minutes ago, and I was going to talk about Valentine's, and still haven't done it. I had my last Valentine's party. I made some video. I did. You'll see it in my next video that's about school. So it was my last Valentine's party. And I always just send home a note that says, hey, we're going to have a party. We would appreciate it if, I could have a few people just volunteer to bring some things for our party. I said, cookies are always great. We love cookies. They're less messy than cupcakes. Hint, hint, less messy than cupcakes, right? Some chips would be great, and maybe some juice. That would be awesome if, however I worded it, blah, 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 right? So nobody ever calls me. Nobody ever confirms. They don't call and say, okay, I'm going to bring this. I'll bring this. No, just Valentine's Day is here. It was a half a day. Thank the Lord it was a half a day on Friday, because Thursday, oh my goodness, on Thursday, everybody in our building was like, what has happened to these children? What is going on? The place was insane. Crazy, crazy insane. We were just like, oh man, can we go home now? And do we have to come back tomorrow for Valentine's Day? So thank goodness it was a half day. So I'm greeted at my car. I park out in front of the building. There's a parking lot beside our building, but I don't park over there because my room is on one end of the building. The parking lot is on the exact opposite end of the building. So I always park right out in front, okay? I'm getting out of my car, and here's one of my students, and her mom, and her little sister. And she's going to come in, and she has armloads of stuff. She has boxes, and she has containers, and I'm like, okay, I guess she wants to bring stuff in. So then she asks me, she says, Hey, Wolfpack, how are you? Are you working on that painting, Wolfpack? This painting? I haven't seen it. You didn't go live this week, so I don't know. Um, I do a good job of talking, DP, and reading comments sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. um, so anyhow, she wants to bring in this stuff, and she has stuff for her little sister, her class, and that's right next to mine, and stuff for our class. So she brings in stuff, and then of course she chit chats for a while, right? That's okay, but I had things to do, so I just kind of had to get her scooting along a little. And then when school started, oh my goodness, kids are coming in, they got their Valentines, they got their cards to pass out. And then here comes a kid who has chips, and here comes a child who has 2 packages of Loft House cookies. Loft House cookies, they're my favorite, okay? Well, they were my favorite until I tell you the rest of the story. Um, and then somebody else has 2 packages of donuts, and somebody else brought in some Oreos, and it just kept coming and coming, and somebody brought in mini cupcakes, and it kept coming, and I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy. Okay. So we did a couple fun things and little Valentine's project stuff, and then it was time to eat. We only had a 3-hour morning, so first of all, they had breakfast when they got there. Go figure. First, we feed them breakfast, do a couple Valentine's activities, and then we're going to eat all these sweets. Yeah. Okay. See how this is going, right? So we're eating and, getting food passed out and all this stuff. So the very first girl who had brought those cookies in, she brought cookies in these containers, and she was like, I helped make them. I put the chocolate on them, and my grandma made the cookies. And when I opened up the container and looked at them, I was like, oh, good Lord, do those look good? Oh, my goodness. That was the best cookie I have eaten in a long time. I passed up the Loft House. Did you hear me? Mindy, passed up a Loft House cookie because I had this other one, and it was fantastic. They put heart chocolate on top of them. I don't know what brand that was. Oh my goodness. So when her stepmom came to pick her up, I was like, okay, you got to tell me, were those homemade? What, they had to be homemade. Are they from scratch? What? And she goes, actually, they're not from scratch. They're 2 mixes. It's a cookie mix and a cake mix together. I said, I got to know what those are. They were they were a chewy but soft, like a sugar cookie almost, but oh my goodness, they were so good. And I held myself to one. I ate one. I sent them home, Molly. I don't even know what they were like after all that. I just said, bye. See you on, and this was funny, I'll see you on Wednesday. I don't have to go back to school till Wednesday, so I've had half a day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. Yay, nice break, right? Yeah, but those cookies, oh my gosh, they were so good. It was crazy how much stuff there was. And then the thing was, nobody brought anything to drink. We had nothing to drink, all right? No, Molly, I don't think Loft House is local. I think you can get Loft House. I don't know, though. I mean, I don't go anywhere but here, so